Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading doing the nightly market update for Wednesday, May the 17th. So happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Hope your week's going well. Hope your trading is going well. And if you were bullish today, you're having a very good day because we had a massive rally here off the lows of the morning of about 55 points in the ES. Um, I guess the number is not, well, it is pretty big. That is pretty massive, but I guess the steepness of the rally is what kind of caught everybody off guard, and that was because the debt ceiling, um, it's optimism over the debt ceiling, an agreement being reached on the debt ceiling. Nothing's been reached yet. But it appears that they will reach an agreement. Both sides are saying they're going to be able to, get something done. Still doesn't mean anything's going to happen anytime soon because they still have to agree on everything, right? So, but what that means is that we had this big rally up. Market obviously liked it, very optimistic, very positive for the market, all that kind of stuff. And then we pull back a little bit here. You see the green line, that's our voodoo tree line. We pulled back a little bit, and at that point I was looking at this going, if this doesn't hold, then we come back down here, then all this is going to be for nothing. And it held, and we bounced, and came back again. It held. I mean, we did break through it slightly, but basically it held. We bounced again and kind of went out that way. That's a very good sign. That's very positive. Versus having this thing go straight up and straight back down, because as we know, let's do a 5-day chart. As we know, that's what we have been used to getting. Look at this, straight up, I mean literally straight up, and then straight back down, and then straight down, and then straight up, straight down, kind of up, straight down, up, straight down. So here we don't have one of these yet. And maybe we don't, but I think we ultimately will. Let me move this down a little bit more, and you can see that white line is our voodoo snow line. Again, this is the ES, this is not the SPX. But still very positive. I have been looking for SPX 4200 for a little while now. I mean, and if you've listened to any of the videos I've done, you've heard me say that probably quite a few times. Let's go to a 20-day chart here. And we've gotten very close for 186 SPX. We've gotten very close quite a few times, and then it just fails. And then we've been chopping in this range, and are we going to push back up here, higher or not? So we're about 4160 is where we close. So we're only about 40 points away from 4200. I actually did a trade at 4200 for, I've got one, kind of a lotto ticket trade for tomorrow, and then another one at 4200 for Friday. Very small risk kind of stuff, but big payoff, and that's the way we like to trade this market right now. So I think that makes sense. Now, all that being said, I didn't all of a sudden turn bullish and all that kind of stuff. I'm not very bullish or optimistic about this market. Let me show you this. Let's go to a 1-year chart. I think we probably kind of top out about here. There's your 4200. This is a 1-year chart on SPX. We've only been above 4200 once. It's a trailing year, not calendar year. There's January 1. And so this is a trailing year. And again, we've only been over 4200 one time. Maybe we pop up there above it, but I think we ultimately kind of come back down here. Maybe we get a little bit higher. There's 4300. Maybe we get a little bit higher if when the debt ceiling gets resolved and all that kind of stuff. But there's still a lot of issues going on behind the scenes. As far as stuff going on with the market, we've still got inflation to worry about. Many things that are that are going on. Still got regional bank concerns and all that kind of stuff. So this is not yay, run out and buy everything. This is be more cautious than we were, because at each one of these points, that we've had in the past, we failed off them, and I expect we probably do again. In fact, if we get here, when we get here to the 4,200, and I think that would be, might even be in the next day or two, I will start setting up. I'm not going to necessarily short it, but I'm going to start putting some hedging on. I've got a little bit of hedging on out in June, because I don't think we're going to do like this, but I think we could, these things take time, to work their way back down. Maybe that's July, August, something like that, maybe. Again, there's a lot of variables, and a lot of it depends on, or most of it depends on, data points along the way. What's the Fed thinking? What are they saying? What's inflation doing? All that kind of stuff, and all that's yet to be determined. So for now, we're kind of holding my breath and playing this thing to the upside, with an eye on ultimately playing it back to the downside. Another thing that I'm looking at is a lot of the charts that I'm looking at. Stocks are looking very extended. Let's see, Nvidia. I mean, look at that. It's a little frothy up there, right? Now they do have earnings coming up. Maybe that's the honey badger. I don't know. But what about Google? Oh, look at that. It's getting a little long in the tooth on the upside there, right? So a lot of charts are looking like this. Let me see what Amazon is looking like. Oops. Amazon, yeah, it's getting a little extended. And again, love these stocks. Everything's great. I just don't want to buy them up here. They pull back into the 20-day moving average, 34-day moving average, something like that. I would buy them. But for example, on Shopify, I shorted this thing right there, right off the top, 65.54. And again, like the stock, didn't pull back much, but it pulled back enough for me to get a good trade out of it. And I shorted it right there with a stop at 66.08. That's what that line's for. Where if it kept going, I would stop myself out with a very small loss. And the trade worked great. And I'm thinking that type, thinking with these other trades, maybe Google, some of the other ones, not Nvidia, because they got earnings coming up. I'd hold tight on that one. But anyway, these are just some, kind of thoughts. But lastly, if we look at the NASDAQ, I mean, we're getting extended here. And kind of the same thing. If you look back at this prior high, I mean, we're pretty much there. Typically, again, even if we don't do this, is it likely that we do this before making the next move higher, and then do that before making the next move higher? That's the way it goes, right? So just be aware of that, and don't get too bullish in this market, because it's been an insanely choppy whipsaw, whiplash kind of market to trade, and I think it probably will continue to be that way. And then we've actually been in a fairly tight range here, if you can see that, from March, but I don't know that that's going to continue to be the case for the next couple months. So, be careful out there. If your trading is not going well, come join us at Simpler Trading. Join me in the trading rooms. I'm in the main room. I'm in the bias room that I run. We're putting on trades all the time, and talking about setups and looking at how to manage trades and things like that. So if I can help, or if we can help, certainly let us know, and love to see you in there. And with that, let me wind it up. And again, hope your trading is going well. Be careful, use tight stops, and limit your risk in this market, because it's a crazy market. So thanks for the time, and I'll talk to you guys at the next update. Take care.
Without Simpler Trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me